July 31st, 1987. For most people in Edmonton, Alberta, it began as another warm summer Friday. Children were enjoying the last weeks of summer vacation. Construction workers continued building one of Canada's fastest-growing cities. Families prepared for the weekend. No one imagined that by the end of the day, an unstoppable force of nature would leave entire neighborhoods erased. Dozens dead, hundreds injured, and thousands homeless. To this day, Edmontonians remember it by one name, Black Friday. This is the true story of the deadliest tornado in Alberta's history. The morning began unusually hot and humid. Meteorologists had already noticed unstable atmospheric conditions. Warm, moisture-filled air had traveled north from the United States. At the same time, cooler, drier air pushed south across Alberta. When these massive air masses collided, they created explosive instability. By early afternoon, enormous thunderstorm cells were developing east of Edmonton. Few people realized they were witnessing the birth of something extraordinary. One storm in particular began rotating. Meteorologists watched radar images showing a dangerous signature. But weather radar in 1987 was primitive compared to today's technology. Warnings were issued, yet few understood just how serious the threat had become. Around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the rotating storm intensified. Near the community of Leduc County, a funnel cloud descended from the sky. At first, witnesses described it as looking like a dark rope twisting toward the earth. Then, it widened. The funnel became enormous. Within minutes, the tornado reached incredible strength. Rated F4 on the Fujita scale, its winds were estimated between 330 and 420 kilometers per hour. Entire farm buildings vanished. Trees snapped like toothpicks. Vehicles were thrown hundreds of meters. The tornado was now moving directly toward Edmonton.
Doesn't matter, she'll get home safely. Oh my goodness, look at that.
What is that?
That's a cloud. That's the funnel cloud.
No one is on the what?
Whoa. No, you better stay here for a while, Jada. Your mom knows you're here. Oh my goodness. I think that's a funnel cloud. Yeah, they turn and turn and turn just like a funnel. And did you hear the sound, the noise?
As the tornado entered Edmonton's eastern industrial area, workers watched in disbelief. Many had never seen a tornado before. Some stood outside taking photographs. Others simply froze. Then, the roar arrived. Survivors later compared the sound to dozens of jet engines, or a freight train racing through the sky. Windows exploded inward. Steel buildings crumpled. Heavy machinery was tossed like children's toys. The tornado continued growing stronger. Nothing in its path could stop it.
Yeah, it's coming this way, you know that? Those clouds are coming this way anyway.
Yeah, I just phoned my brother-in-law at DFI. They're on their way. They're out there watching it. And into the basement. Huh? Well, as long as it doesn't go. If it comes this way. Alright. I'm at work, we're watching the tornado come toward us. Yeah, it's a tornado. So, I'm going to use the building. I'm going to looking at the basement instead of outside. It's coming toward us right now. Yeah, they said it hit already in the boot. With that, it gets windy around the house, you go to the basement with the dog. You don't need the steps. Yeah. But if it gets really windy, go to the basement. And I won't be leaving here. Okay then? What about leaving right now?
Huh? I don't think so.
You're best inside. Get away from the window.
Guys are saying in the basement or the stairwell is the best place to be, and they're suggesting we go there. Right now? Yeah. Coming this way.
Look at this.
I didn't realize you guys had video camera right on.
400-mile-an-hour winds at the center of that thing. See the crap floating around the outside of that sucker?
Look at the crap.
All kinds of intrusion alarms going off. That's cool.
I think we...
Look at all the debris.
Oh my God. I think we better head. I guess coming right this way.
Yeah, I think everybody wants to look at themselves, particularly. No. Not by the elevator.
No, we don't.
The telephone just went out. To the front. Into the stairwells.
Are you able to film it or not? Oh, yeah.
There's the power. Is anybody taking pictures of this?
Yeah, we've got the video camera going.
Look at the police blocking the highway off back there. Oh, shit, yeah.
Stelco is going to be...
What happens if those refineries don't hold up?
In West Edmonton very shortly.
We'll be in West Edmonton.
Oh, look at it ripping up the... Look at it pull up the top off the tanks.
Good morning.
Watch the windows if it blows.
Holy shit.
Take the window with pressure on. Now, that's one of those refinery tanks go up.
Hardly anyone know.
Those tanks are going to be interesting.
Hopefully they don't go or we will go.
Let's Stelco.
There's a report on the radio that somebody's describing what it looked like when it touched down in Beaumont. Moving along the Silvercut Freeway. There's a tornado.
The tornado's deadliest impact occurred at Evergreen Mobile Home Park. Hundreds of people lived there. Many were at home, completely unaware of what was coming. Within seconds, the tornado ripped through the community. Mobile homes were lifted into the air. Some rolled hundreds of meters. Others were completely destroyed. Entire families became trapped beneath twisted metal and shattered wood. Neighbors desperately searched through debris for loved ones. Many of the victims were never given enough warning to escape. This single location accounted for much of the tragedy that unfolded that afternoon. As the tornado finally moved away, the destruction became clear. Emergency crews rushed toward neighborhoods that barely existed anymore. Police officers, firefighters, paramedics, military personnel, ordinary citizens, everyone worked together. People used their bare hands to lift debris. Chainsaws echoed throughout the evening. Volunteers formed human chains to search collapsed homes. Despite the danger of continuing storms, they refused to stop. Many lives were saved because complete strangers chose to help one another. Their courage became one of the defining stories of Black Friday. When the sun finally set, Edmonton had changed forever. 27 people had lost their lives. More than 300 were injured. Thousands suddenly had nowhere to live. Over 300 homes had been completely destroyed. The financial damage reached hundreds of millions of dollars. Entire neighborhoods had disappeared. Power lines covered the streets. Cars rested upside down. Trees had been stripped bare. For many survivors, it looked less like Canada and more like a war zone. Among the devastation, there were incredible survival stories. Some people escaped by seconds after taking shelter in basements. Others survived despite being thrown through the air. Entire families were reunited after believing loved ones had died. One survivor described opening a basement door, only to discover there was no house left above them. Another remembered seeing sunlight where the roof should have been.
The tornado struck without warning. As it whipped through some sections of Edmonton, cars were lifted and thrown off the highway. Survivors told tales of horror.
Then I come down the road and all those people that passed me, they're in the hospital now. They're hurt. One guy has no eyes. He tore his eyes right out from here right down to here. He's got no eyes. The other guy is in the field. His car's level. I don't know how he got out of it.
These stories remind us how unpredictable tornadoes truly are. Sometimes survival came down to nothing more than chance and seconds. Black Friday transformed severe weather preparedness across Canada. Meteorologists studied every detail of the storm. Emergency warning systems were improved. Weather forecasting technology advanced dramatically in the years that followed. The disaster also highlighted the dangers faced by mobile home communities during violent tornadoes. Many emergency response procedures still used today were influenced by lessons learned from July 31st, 1987. The tragedy became a turning point in Canadian weather history. Nearly 4 decades later, the scars remain, not always on the landscape, but in the memories of those who lived through it. Every anniversary, survivors remember where they were. Families remember those they lost. And younger generations hear stories that seem almost impossible to believe. But Black Friday was real. It happened here. It happened in Canada. And it remains one of the country's deadliest natural disasters. Nature gives us warning. Sometimes only minutes, sometimes only seconds. The Edmonton tornado reminds us that even ordinary summer afternoons can become moments that change history forever. If you enjoyed this true story of one of Canada's most devastating disasters, be sure to subscribe to The Dark and Strange. For more true tales of mysterious events, historical tragedies, unexplained phenomena, and the darker side of Canadian history. What do you remember? Or what have you heard about Edmonton's Black Friday tornado? Share your thoughts or family stories in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and never underestimate the power of nature.